Every 8 minutes, a child is sexually abused in the United States, and 93% know their abuser. This means that 1 in 3 women and 1 in 5 men have been sexually abused in childhood. You, your friends, person sitting next to you, might be a victim. In fact, I am too. So my name is Rebecca, and today I'm going to talk to you about childhood sexual abuse and how its impacts in adulthood are very oftentimes difficult to overcome. My research and personal experience in the healing process are what give me credibility. And today I'll go through what sexual abuse is and why it impacts people, what you can do to help yourself or people you know, and how that might impact the lives of a survivor. So what is sexual abuse? The academic journal Long-Term Effects of Childhood Sexual Abuse defines it as many different things, not always including actual physical touching, and it's something that hinders social growth. The organization RAINN explains that a lot of the long-term effects are due to the fact that years of these memories constantly being around, and oftentimes the secrecy that comes with it, has a negative impact on a person's brain. Further, the book Body Keeps Score explains that some long-term symptoms are depression, self-blame, anxiety, dissociation patterns, and then sexual and relationship problems, as well as many, many other symptoms that can come up later in life. It also explains that there are changes physically in the brain and psychological change that come with that. Early in life, mirror neurons determine how a child develops, and if adults are misbehaving in the way, that changes the way that the child's brain physically wires itself. And that trauma and constant coping impacts a lot of how children are able to see the world around them, and it can cause mental issues as well. This book also explains that dissociation is a common problem. It can include feeling more deadened inside than people around them and having a difficulty feeling alive, struggles recognizing safe environments around them, especially in relationship to the issues they had earlier in life. And the blocked memories often cause an issue learning new information in relationship to sexual encounters. So what can you do to help yourself and those around you? Well, the organization RAINN gives a few just kind of terms and words that you can use to help encourage others. Words like, it's not your fault, you're not alone, and this doesn't change how I think of you can have a huge impact on how a survivor views themselves and how you can relate to them. This organization also suggests checking in with the survivor, avoiding judgment, helping them through the good and the bad days, because the healing process is a constant ebb and flow, and helping them connect to resources around them. So what if you yourself have been through this? Well, there's some stuff you can do to help. The first is recognize that this is not going to disappear. The effects are long-term, if not permanent, but it's never too late to start healing. Lauren Book was a woman who has been through this herself, and she explained that when she realized that it wasn't going to go away, that's when the healing process really began for her. And so also connecting with therapy. The book Body Keeps Score also explains that therapy, yoga, mindfulness, and breathing exercises can help, especially if you're going through a flashback situation. And so knowing what to do can make a huge impact in your life or the lives of those around you. So how will this change the lives of survivors? Well, the first thing is that therapy can be a huge impact in your life. The organization RAINN also explained that therapy can help you unlearn methods of love that are destructive, help you differentiate the difference between sex and love, and moving forward beyond your past. As well as it's a safe space to talk openly and to set goals and then keep up with those goals and be accountable. The academic journal Long-Term Effects of Childhood Sexual Abuse also explained that therapy can help your relationships with others by educating your partner on the healing process and helping you understand the effects of your past on sexual attitudes, learning to create positive connections with touch and sexual intimacy. So what can you do right now to make a difference? Well, you can pull out your phone, I know, pull out your phone and take a picture of this. And this isn't an option, everyone has to do this. If you don't have your phone, you can write it down. If you don't have room on your phone, you can write it down. But if I tell you to do this if you want, no one's gonna do it because no one wants to admit they need the help. But you might need this help, or someone you know in your life, whether you know it now or later, might need this help. In doing this speech, I've come across many, many more people than I realized that have been through this themselves. And being open about it, so many people open up to you about it. So this is the counselor here at school, Julie Lemon. You can email her to set up an appointment, or just walk in. It depends kind of on how busy she is. But yeah, just contact her, and she's wonderful, and she'll help you figure out how to get through this. And remember that you don't need to numb the past, and you can move past being a victim and a survivor to being an overcomer, and even learning to thrive despite what you've been through. Thank you.